Chance Dennis knew all along that one day he'd return to playing football. After enrolling at Stephen F. Austin University in 2003 on a full scholarship to play football, Dennis was on cloud nine.
At the time, it was the best feeling in the world, you know, to be leaving home, going away from your parents, doing something you always wanted to do, go to college, get a scholarship. So, you know, I mean, I was blessed then. I felt like I was blessed, and like I said, I just felt like I was on top of the world.
As a freshman for Stephen F. Austin, Dennis led the team with over 700 receiving yards. After the season, the Southland Conference named him the Freshman of the Year.
The success that I had, it came so fast, and I mean, it was great. You know, it felt good. I mean, it was just a blessing to do the things I did my freshman year and get the accolades and awards that I received.
The first year's success would be short-lived for Dennis, unfortunately. With a lot to figure out at just 17 years of age, Dennis fell behind academically.
My freshman year there, like I said, I was young, first year in college. I wasn't worried about too much other than playing football, and that's what I did. As far as academically, you know, I fell behind in classes, fell behind in classwork, homework. So, you know, after my freshman year, I ended up ineligible academically. And I had to redshirt my sophomore year and come back and play the next following year.
That final year would not come to fruition as Dennis redshirted. He would later return home and begin working with his father, roofing and finding various jobs to help support himself.
Well, yeah, it was really like I was lost. When I left Stephen F. Austin, I got released from the team. I went back home. You know, I didn't know what it was I wanted to do. 2.5 years out of high school, back home from college, you know, nothing to do. Trying to find jobs, trying to find a place to work, to get some income, working with my father, doing roofing work. It was just really trying to, you know, like a lost puppy trying to find his way, you know, roaming in the streets. And it was like that for a few years, you know, until I came to Delta State last year. So I mean, I really just lost trying to find myself, trying to find out what I wanted to do with my life, and who I wanted to be.
While Dennis was out of football, his family was supportive. His father, foreign Dennis, kept supporting Chance and told him his day would come again to return to the playing field.
We just have a lot of conversations. We had a lot of downtime while he was at work because he was the boss, so we used to go run and get materials and, you know, watch around, sit around, watch the workers work. And he just used to tell me, you know, be prepared and be ready, because he knew I was going to get another shot. And I felt the same way, you know, I just didn't know when it was going to come or, you know, how I was going to, you know, put it into action. But he just told me to stay focused and to be ready. And the next time I had the opportunity to go back to school and play football again, to do it right this time.
It would be 5 years in the making for Dennis. He would receive that chance with a former coach of his at Stephen F. Austin. That coach was Delta State offensive coordinator Greg Stevens.
Yeah, it was exciting for me. Actually, his youngest son, Ryan Stevens, had sent me a Facebook message. And he told me that Coach Stevens, his father, was here at Delta State and was coaching again. And I left him my number and told him to tell Coach Stevens to give me a call. And he gave me a call and we spoke, and it was good to speak to Coach Stevens. I hadn't spoken to him in over 4 or 5 years. And you know, we was real close since he was the one that actually came and recruited me out of high school. And it was just good talking to him again. And you know, he asked me, you know, can I still catch? And I told him, of course. You know, my hands ain't went nowhere. And it was just, you know, me getting in shape, getting in football shape, and getting conditioned, and you know, getting back used to getting hit again. And I told him, you know, I was open for the opportunity, you know, if they was willing to give it to me. And it was a done deal. He told me to make my way down here, and I did.
Chance made his way to Cleveland in the summer of 2010 to get back into playing shape. It was a tough go for the multi-talented player, but he wouldn't give up.
It was extremely hard. When I came down here, it was June, July, midsummer. I tried to get down here early before fall camp, you know, came around so I could, you know, get a head start and try to get back in shape before all the other guys came in. And Man, when I came, it was like, hey, it's reality. You know, you here now. And I mean, the conditioning is what got me most. I hadn't touched any weights in a couple years also, but as far as conditioning and running, I hadn't did that in about 4 or 5 years, you know, other than playing around, you know. But I mean, it was hard, it was tough. But, you know, I told Coach Franks, you know, who was the strength and conditioning coach, I wasn't gonna quit, you know. The linemen catching up with me, you know, I'm running behind the big boys, the linemen, the skill, passing me up, lapping me. But I told him I wouldn't quit, you know. I was gonna give him my all. I made my decision, and I was gonna stick with it.
With the Statesmen holding the #1 ranking this season, Dennis is thankful for the opportunities he's been put through over the last 8 years.
I just have to say, been through obstacles, you know. But out of all the obstacles I've been through, the trials and tribulations, it's been a blessing, you know. Like I said, if I would have never left SFA in 2005, and I would never be at Delta State in 2010 and 2011. So everything I've did, I have no regrets. You know, it's made me the person I am today. It's made me the football player I am today. Got a lot of experience to share with the young guys, you know, as far as being ineligible, failing classes, you know, on and off the field. You know, to share with the young guys that's here now at Delta State, and you know, to share with other guys around, you know, the country as far as football players and young athletes that's going through problems or going through things in their life. So, I mean, it's been a wonderful learning experience from these last 7, 8, 9 years as far as being in college football and playing college football, and it's been a blessing.